What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Tuesday edition of my MLB DFS podcast. We have another huge main slate for tonight. Last night didn't exactly go in our favor. Tonight is looking like the same kind of idea with team stacks, pitching, and just overall approach to the slate. We have some very similar spots with the same teams. So as usual, I'll get into that with you guys with a pitcher I'm looking at, 2 infield plays and 2 outfield plays. Weird cancellation in Atlanta last night. There wasn't much rain. It's looking like the same deal tonight where there isn't going to be much rain, but there's still a question of that game could get canceled just for what happened last night. So I'm going to avoid that game. There's also a little bit of rain in Toronto, or Buffalo, I should say, where Toronto plays. With that Blue Jays and Red Sox game, we got to keep a close eye on that. But right now, I'm going to pick from that game because the rain doesn't look too bad right now. And that game has an 11.5 over/under. And as we saw last night, those teams can really score and hit plenty of home runs. So we're going to go into that game and pick it. But before we get into things, my sponsored sportsbook, BetUS, I'll put the link below. The promo code is JOIN125. You got to do a minimum of $50. They will match it 125%. It's a great sports book. If you need a book, there's very few restrictions in states with it, and it has fast payouts, and it has, really up-to-date bets, live betting, good player props. I use it. Sign up today with the link below this video. So going into tonight, it's the same approach as last night. Yarborough on the Rays was a very popular guy, and this is a similar spot against the Orioles for Shane McClanahan. I think that's how you say it. That's a mouthful. Same idea. He's a lefty. He's a big favorite tonight against the Orioles. He's a minus 200 favorite. It's only like a 7.5 over/under. So Vegas is not expecting the Orioles to score many runs. And at 7,800, he really opens up some salary for your hitters. He's been pretty good all year. He hasn't had many blow-ups, but he also, like Yarborough, doesn't have a huge upside. But I don't mind him. He's gotten over five or more strikeouts in his last 4 starts, and he's gone 5 or more innings in a majority of his starts. Doesn't have the best ERA, but Tampa is a pitcher's ballpark, and the Orioles aren't great. I think last night was a fluke. There's a reason why everyone was on Yarborough. I think a lot of people will be on Shane tonight for the same reason. So a nice play in cash games or GPPs. I think you could go either way with him tonight. It's a good play at 7,800. For the infield, the Blue Jays lineup isn't out yet, but I think if you have the money, which you should, spend up on Vladdy here, 4,500. Obviously, right now, the best hitter in baseball. Didn't take long to come back from the All-Star break and start hitting dingers. He had 2 homers in his first game back, and then he had a home run 2 games ago. So already 3 home runs to start the second half of the season. This guy's an absolute stud, and there should be so many runs scored in this game. Both pitchers are not good, and Vlad, should be batting 3rd or 4th tonight in a great spot. I think he's worth every penny at 4,500 tonight. Second infield play, we're sticking with the same team here. I love Bo Bichette. You could look at Marcus Semien too, because he's been outstanding for the Blue Jays leading off this year. I'm looking at Bichette just because he's 500 less, and he's been doing just as good as Semien has been. I think 3,600 is a really good price on Bo Bichette tonight. He has absolutely crushing numbers here, 297, 16 homers, 60 RBIs. That is some of the best production out of a shortstop you'll see around the entire league. He went 2 for 4 last night. He basically gets on base every single game. If you look at his game log here, he doesn't have a 0. I mean, last time he got a 0 was June 18th, so we're talking like a month ago. This guy is very consistent, and the Blue Jays should be able to hit Garrett Richards of the Red Sox tonight, and that's a friendly hitting ballpark. So Bichette, a great idea to stack with Vlad Guerrero if you have the money. Then for the outfield, I'm going to pick 2 of the same guys from the same team because they're just too cheap. One of the guys I had yesterday, and he did really well, Jesse Winker, 3,200. He actually went down $100. Just such an easy play here tonight. The Reds and Mets game has another big over-under, and the Reds are favorited here in this game. I think Winker, batting second again, is going to do well. He had 2 doubles last night, 3 for 6. He should have similar production again tonight in a game that should feature a lot of runs. And then guy batting fourth for the Reds tonight, Aquino, you just have to take advantage of this price here, 2,100. Just too cheap for a team that's going to probably score a lot of runs. He's batting in an awesome spot here, batting cleanup. I think it's just too easy of a play here, and you should not fade it. He brings power to the table. He doesn't play every single day, but batting cleanup tonight at 2,100, I will take advantage of that salary drop. That'll sum up today's video, guys. I appreciate it. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. And until tomorrow, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off.